How you guys doing this afternoon? This is Two Guns. Just wanted to touch bases real quick. Just kind of give you my perspective of kind of what's happening in today's world in terms of the motorcycle community. And when I came into this, my family always taught me about the love, first and foremost, for motorcycles. I mean, just wow, love to ride, love the camaraderie, love being a part of the MC community, and then the second thing was all the camaraderie amongst the riders. I mean, people got together, barbecues, enjoyed each other's time, spent time with each other, got to know each other. And I think in 2019, that's one of the things we got to get back to. With all these events that have been happening recently and all the stuff that's going on, we just got to get back to the foundation because, a few years ago, there was a thing called Save the Patch. And Save the Patch really was the government trying to step in and come in and remove the patch from a club. And for 5 years, I was a part of that. And I watched as the government tried to do everything they could do to establish a precedence to remove and take patches off of people's backs. And the great thing about that, what happened with that was the MC community stepped up, and clubs that had issues with each other, problems with each other, rivals with each other, stepped up, provided money, provided a lot of different things. And one of the things I think scared the government was all of a sudden they were like, wow, these guys put it together. And that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to outlast the club to make sure that if they didn't have enough money, they tried to elongate the cases and elongate it so that eventually we would have to come to some kind of conclusion. And that didn't happen. It didn't happen because of everybody. And now, after the case was settled and we've moved forward on that, it just seems like all of a sudden, this summer, last summer, there's just been a lot of things that are happening that don't need to happen. And one of the first things I think we have to do as a motorcycle community is understand that the same people that you may not like, you may be a rival, you don't know them. And the fun thing about it is, I kind of came into this, and when I came in, there was people that because of their club affiliation, I didn't like. And eventually, for some reason or another, our paths crossed. And the crazy thing about it was, these are the same people. They're just like me. I mean, I was like, wow, these guys are pretty cool. In a lot of the cases, when you do have rivalries, you do have issues, it is maybe just a misunderstanding of who or what that person is. And eventually, when you get a chance to know them, you look at them, it's like looking in the mirror. They do the same things, love the same things, or the same way as you are. And I think that's what we got to get to is understanding that inevitably everybody's different. Everybody is going to be their own person. But ultimately, we have a few things in common. And one is the love of motorcycles. Because, I mean, we wouldn't be riding motorcycles. We wouldn't be a part of this community if we didn't love riding motorcycles. We didn't love camaraderie. We didn't love brotherhood, things like that. What we need to do is get that camaraderie out away from just our brothers and start to meet some people and get to know some people. And instead of us having issues and problems with them, sitting down and just having a conversation with them and finding out that more than likely they're probably just like you and they probably have the same problems, same issues, same things that you go through are probably the same thing that they're dealing with and going through the same process. But we just don't know them. And I think in a lot of cases that's kind of what's going on. And I know we're alpha males. Men are men, and in a lot of cases, our attitudes or something like that just doesn't go right, and then eventually it creates something. But we have to understand it isn't just about you; it's about everybody. And the government right now is waiting for anybody to do something so that they can go ahead and say, "See, this is exactly what we told you, and this is exactly what they are," and we've got to change that. The thing that the government doesn't want is they don't want us getting together. They don't want us having like a great event with everybody there and everybody gets along and there's no issues and no problems and we come together and there's camaraderie, because in that camaraderie we stand together as one, and us standing together as one outweighs anything that the government's going to come towards us or put towards us. And so we have to understand that, and we got to stop doing things that are going to allow the government to come in and regulate what we do. And that's just something as a community whole, I hope this message gets out to everybody, and everybody understands that first and foremost, it isn't just about us. It's just not about your club. It's not about your nation. There's forces that are out there right now that are trying to do everything to destroy this. And we have to be smart enough not to give them the ammunition. So hopefully, clubs can get together, people can get together, I can tell you without a doubt, my family, my uncles, and my father, if they knew what was going on in today's world, they would just shake their head and say, "It's a shame that you guys have taken something that we founded and we built, and you guys have taken it and really starting to try to destroy it." And that's just a shame that we've come to that point where we're doing things and things are happening that shouldn't be happening. We should be able to come together, fellowship, have some camaraderie, laugh, joke, have a couple beers, and then get back on our bikes and do exactly what we love doing. And that's ultimately what it should be about. So hopefully this message reaches everybody out there. And going forward, we just got to do the things that are going to uplift the community and not destroy the community. So again, this is Two Guns. I hope you guys, get the message, reach the message, pass the message along. But we've got to make changes to what's happening right now before we destroy the past, the present, and the future. I mean, that's just real talk. So other than that, always got to represent the Raiders, 100%. But I definitely want you guys to, think about this, put it out there, talk to your people about it. But let's move forward and try to figure out a way that we can squash these problems, squash these issues, and squash these rivalries so that we can live, love, and enjoy this lifestyle. Other than that, man, two wheels to the ground, man. You guys, be safe out there. One love.